As you may know, we absolutely scour the entire planet for new projects, new ideas, and new products.
And this time we went to Holland and brought back some products from a company called Out Holland.
That's right. They have something called matchets, and they have some beautiful embossed and die-cut cards, blank cards.
Right. Some beautiful laser-cut card layers that you can use.
Right. And then we're going to use them and show you lots of techniques with them. Come play with us. Okay, here's the whole array. So this is just to give you a taste, but we're going to do each of them separately, but just so that you can see.
We have something called a 3D Christmas matchet book.
Right.
We have actual die-cut cards with these beautiful cut work you can see right there.
Right. And these are more of the matchets, some flower fairies that are the artwork of Cicely Mary Barker, more matchets, and then these are the laser
cut card tops.
Right.
They're just gorgeous.
So,
very fine detail.
Okay, so now we're going to go into each one separately.
Right.
Okay, we're going to start with the matchet book, okay?
Right, the 3D Christmas book. And it comes with these 4 sticker sheets, which these are clear see-through stickers. I'll show you that in a minute. And it comes with this great matchet 3D Christmas book. So the Christmas book has the artwork in it, and on the back it has ideas for making 8 cards with these stickers. So when you open up the book, you see ideas of the different cards that you can make. And there's one page, there's some here, there's some further on in the back, more ideas. And then in the center we have the artwork, which you use to place the stickers on.
And the stickers are transparent. Let me kind of lift one here. So as I lift this, you can see that the gold part you'll see, but the rest of it is clear, and that's going to be placed directly onto the artwork.
And then you cut out around the artwork, and that's your focal piece.
Exactly.
And there are lanterns, ornaments, bells, and candles.
Okay. Now, this booklet, as Gail showed you, has some really gorgeous cards. So when I saw those, I thought, hey, we've got to have these cards. I mean, we really have to. So we do. And they come in a package of 5. And they are a nice heavyweight paper. And the part that we have punched out, those you'll need to just punch out. They're die cut, so that's no big deal. So we have this, it's called a zigzag.
And they are scored, ready for you to just fold over.
So that's one. Then there is a square, and let me open it so you can see. And they are also embossed, so there's a little recessed area on each of the corners, really pretty. There is this one that is called a dynamic, okay?
And for a dynamic corner look.
No doubt. And then this is the circle, and I just left this little part in just so that you can see. You just pop them out, no big deal. And again, they're slightly embossed. These are about 5 inches square, so we have those. So to blend these together, here is that circle with the matchet, and here is the bells that Gail was talking about. And look at that shine, how it goes on top of the matching art. So it's kind of like the benefit of the two is greater than each one separately.
Right. So here are the cutouts. You're seeing the inside of the card through those little windows.
Right. And we put some of the Christmas Sweets paper on the inside. You could certainly do a message right here that's going to be covered up by that circle. And then this is the fabric tape that's also brand new. But isn't that gorgeous? Now, these were foam taped just to give some dimension.
Give some dimension. And here are the cutting dies.
Right.
8 circles and scallops.
Right there.
Dies.
Just magically appears.
It just gives a nice background for that. And this is some of our new fabric tape also. Makes it look like a present.
So that works well. Would you bring the sheet in that has the bells on it? So I think that just might be nice to see.
The sticker sheet with the bells. There it is there.
So you can see that the bell are together, so you actually could use that as one card. And then the bells are separate, so you can also use those. So you can do some playing with it. And then these are the cornered little stars that we used on this particular card.
So little extra embellishments.
Yeah, so that's one. Now, want to see more?
Yes, please.
Okay, here is the zigzag, and I showed it to you horizontally like this, so opening this way. But my friend over here decided to do it opening this way, and look what goes on. So these are the ornaments.
These are the ornaments. Now, in the last case that we looked at, we put the stickers right on the artwork. In this case, I chose to put them on black suede to get a different look.
You did something different, huh?
I did. I kind of like to show you how I did the front, too, so it won't be confusing
Oh, okay,
to anybody.
good. Well, these are the specialty papers that you used. Check with me and make sure I'm right.
Yes,
it's the gold ripple, the black suede, and the silver hammered. Wow.
Right.
Really luscious
so just
looking.
combining 3 specialty papers. And when you start with that piece here, that card, it's already scored, ready for you to go. And what I did to cover the front easily is I did that first fold that they have, and then I placed the suede right on top of just that front piece. I glued it just to the front piece. So if I turn it over, you can see that I'm only gluing that part of the card to the suede.
To the one side.
Once I had it glued on there, then I cut out along the outside edges. All right, I'm going to show you what it looks like after you do that. Then you've got this piece where only the front is glued on. Now
you covered up that.
I did. I covered up the small cutouts, and before I do anything about that, I cut a square to match, and the dimensions are on the gallery, of the silver. I didn't get the silver hammered here, but okay. There it is, it's silver. I glue that in place. Okay. Then I turn it over, and I'm not going to cut through, so don't worry about the table. But then I used
that was for my benefit.
my penknife to cut through each one of these all the way through both those layers, and when it's done, then you see what's here.
See, just that easy.
And then I backed the square with the gold ripple.
Right, and then you also put some gold ripple on the backing
on
of it.
the edges, right. I actually cut small strips just to make it go
I see, it's on top.
Right.
Okay, thank you. So matting it is wrong. Cutting 1/4-inch strips and gluing that on top is what you did. Boy, that works really well.
It actually is matted on the bottom half because it was just easier to do it that way.
Sure, to go on the inside. So you've got the matchets, then you've got the zigzag card going vertically or horizontally, and then look what she did on the inside. This is some of the laser cuts. Now, I'm going to scoot some in here. So these come 3 to a package. I hope we said that those cards come 5 to a package.
Oh, but well, they do.
Yeah.
So there's 5 of those folding cards, those folding die cut cards.
And this is one of the laser layers that you use to go on the inside.
So you get it in this format, and you can use it just like this on a card, or you can pop out all of the little pieces in between, or you can cut it out, all the edging out, and then you have this strip that you're seeing here.
Okay,
which I used
beautiful.
I did use to get that look.
Oh, it's gorgeous. And then the Merry Christmas. It's such a rich looking card. Yeah, just beautiful.
I definitely like the silver and gold going on with that one.
We'll show you more of those laser layers as we move on. But our next card has another of the Christmas. Now, this time the card front is it's that one. That's the circle, but it looks different.
See that. So that's what you're seeing there.
Right.
Now you're seeing these pieces of paper poke through here. If you were to open it up, you'll see what's on the back side.
Right. So we have
a square of that specialty paper was cut, the gold metallic, and it was just tucked through each one of those holes.
And there's some green suede that's placed on top of it, so tucked in. But then this card was run through the embossing.
Right, just the front part of the card was run through with an embossing folder.
This is the snowflakes. Now the snowflakes are a bit narrower than the card, so
it
just turn it the other way. Just turn it the other way.
Done twice. You do it once, move it over, and do it a little bit more. And then the top of the embossed images were inked with a fluid chalk ink pad.
Okay, so you can just rub the ink pad over it, or you can use a brayer.
Or a brayer, whichever works easiest. There's the versatility of those scallops and circles cutting dies, because here they were used again.
Wow.
And you see forest suede and that gold metallic.
Right, a lot going on, but it all just blends together so beautifully. We've got some of the gold border dazzles along the edge, because certainly it needed more shine. And on the inside, like you said, those circles and scallops giving room for a personal message, which is very nice.
Yeah.
And that is our Merry Mary, I think.
The Merry Mary
dazzles.
Christmas greetings dazzles.
Right, very pretty.
So they come with this is great, they come with the little foil, and you can just put the little red jewel dazzles right on the center there.
Okay, so we have that gorgeous thing. Now we're going to move into a more of the laser, but this doesn't look like a laser. Now it doesn't look like a laser. Find. Okay, so here is the layer, and you do just pop out any of the areas like this. So this makes this whole beautiful snowflake effect, but then you did something else.
Well, I didn't, Susan did, but she certainly got a beautiful look.
She did.
With what she did. So here is that laser cut piece here. And she started with Versamark and Encrusted Jewels. And this is the silver set of the Encrusted Jewel kit, which, gosh, we love using these on just about everything, it seems. And you get out your Versamark and make sure it's kind of nice and juicy Versamark. You want a lot on there. And start inking the entire thing. Try to not bend it the register.
It is a light paper. It's not as heavy as the cards are.
It is.
Yeah.
I agree. See, I bent it a little bit.
Yeah,
So
you can fix it.
It goes back. Simple.
Force it to your will.
So once you have it inked up, then you get out the silver tinsel and the aged silver embossing powders. And I'm going to start. Oh, I'm going to put my paper on that one.
Good idea. We sometimes forget that, don't we?
Yeah. And when you've got Versamark all over your craft area, and then to put this on there, that's intelligent. Okay. And I'm just going to, she basically put it all over, but a little bit was left, like it was heavier in some areas, so I'm going to make it heavier in this area.
It looks like pepper.
It's just coarse ground. Yeah, don't get that confused, please.
Yes. So you're just lightly sprinkling. You're not kind of what we sometimes do with embossing powder is dumping it.
Dumping it.
Okay.
It's going to get, most of it's going to get, I'm going to shake
Tapped
it
off.
off.
Yeah.
So after I do that, I am going to shake it off, and then I'm going to do a new piece of paper.
I'm standing by.
Tap it off a little bit so you can see it in different areas.
Okay, and I'll bring you this.
Then I'm going to add the embossing tinsel on some of the other areas.
And of course, these 2 plus 3 others are in the Encrusted Jewels set.
And just go around, and they're not completely covered.
Yeah, I noticed that. They're not completely covered. Do some more tapping?
Yep.
Okay.
There.
I'll remove that.
And then I'm going to use my heat tool and emboss that real quickly.
Wow. That's so pretty.
It is. It goes fairly quickly, too. It's up to you how much of the powders you want to add, whether you want them just highlighting edges, that would be fine, too. But this was covered pretty well, so I like some of the browns. It's almost a gold that pops up in that silver. Almost there. And there we go.
So the finished look is this, just exquisite. And I guess kind of in my head, I would think the Encrusted Jewels give a heavier look, And I really wouldn't have thought of doing it on these laser cut pieces, but it's just striking well. And then backed on the suede paper is quite striking, and then onto the silver snowflakes holographic.
Right, and this is the set of dazzles used here is the silver cardinals dazzles.
Oh, okay.
So there are actually cardinals on the dazzle sheet, but the words that go along and the borders are very nice.
So this is the ice crystals, I believe is the name of it.
Ice crystals card layers.
Looks like that. So you can do that with anything. These come 3 to a package. And let's see another way you can use them. And here we go.
Now this is a simpler use, very simple. You just take it right out, you pop it out of the little sheet and just ink the edge there, and it's sitting here on point.
Okay, so this
we've got a couple of things going on, don't we?
Yeah, we've got several things going on. This is another of the matchet, and these are the ones that are taking the artwork of Cicely Mary Barker. She was a very famous British illustrator, and all of her work is very fine like this. And fairies was something that she really did a lot with. And we have 4 packages, so, and they're each named after the flowers that the fairies are cavorting with. So this is one, and you can see the fairies here. So we've got the tree and so forth.
With snowdrops. So this one is snowdrops and possibly pine.
Okay, and here we have some berries as well.
Holly berries and jasmine, that one I think.
Thank you. I'm glad you know that.
I think that's the extent of the ones I remember.
And, oh dear, then we're in big trouble. So you can see more are happening here. This is another set.
And they're just beautiful. To look at the artwork by itself, it's gorgeous, but once you get that sticker laid on top of it, the accents are beautiful. This one is pine and yew, and that's got a definite winter feel to it.
So the artwork is going to be right in the package, and you can see that you're just going to place it. As a matter of fact, you're going to show us that, right?
Okay. I wonder if we should scoot these over.
Yeah, let me get these out of your way.
And so what you just saw was, it looks like this when you get it, and then here are the stickers that go with it. Well, when you open up the package, then this unfolds. So here's your artwork, and here's the fairy with the holly berries.
And so don't throw away that packaging. You're going to need it.
And you might look at the artwork and think, hey, it's not quite finished because you see some white areas. It's not
let's
colored.
get in close to see that where it doesn't look finished.
So on this one in particular, there are some white areas, and you can't see the eyes, for instance, of the fairy. But the sticker that goes on top of these is what's going to fix all of that. So you find the matching sticker, which here it is. You peel it off, and it has clear areas. It's not cut out all the way through, so it's not difficult to peel off. It's all one piece that's clear all the way through.
Okay.
So you take that off, and then you're going to match it up to the artwork. So I'm going to have to get on top of it a little bit.
Get your head in the camera.
Right.
What's also nice is that the majority that you cut out is a pretty simple cut. So you see all those straight edges. Now there's a little tuft at the top, but you'll just trim right around it. So
I'm able to pick it up a little bit where I didn't quite get it on there where I wanted.
Okay.
It did pick up. It didn't rip the paper or anything, so that's nice to know.
So now, as you go into that, you can see that the detail is quite perfect. And yet you also have that gold edging, so I think that's just lovely.
It is. It's just beautiful. And then you just cut out around the edges.
Right.
And there's your focal.
And we have done that with the one on the other side, and here it is. So we've cut that, placed the sticker on the matching art, then trimmed it out. Then we have placed it onto one of the layers, and it's this one. You can see the square shape. We've turned it on point and trimmed out a little bit close to the laser.
To the laser cut work. And then it's set on top of the squares, the square cut edging of the card, the die cut card.
Right. And then the backing was covered with paper, so there's room for you to write your message or stamp it or do one of the other matchets. So just a little bow, and it's just beautifully done.
It's beautiful and an easy card to create.
Yeah, and doesn't look like it.
No,
it really doesn't. So you can mass produce these pretty easily. Here is another look, this time taking the flower borders. Here is the laser cut.
And this is just a beautiful combination of the pine with the fairy and those skull-looking borders.
Yes.
And one end of it, so this was used sideways like this, and one end of it was cut off, so you could actually use that other end for a border somewhere.
Yeah, so very, very pretty. Some dazzles at the top. This card isn't finished on the inside, so I'm not withholding.
I like the rhinestones added on the edge and just a few over the sticker as well.
Very, very pretty. Okay, we're not done. Here is really a spectacular look.
It's just beautiful.
It's so pretty. So let's get in close so you can see the fairy.
So there's the fairy, the sticker stuck on top of the artwork.
And what's so nice is look at the detail on the face, just beautifully done, and you don't have to do it. You just put that sticker on top.
And this one was cut out, leaving like a 1/16 of an inch border around the sticker.
Okay.
And then it's been foam taped over some beautiful doily dazzles.
Yeah, we'll back up just a little bit so you can see. And these are the doily dazzles, and very interesting that they've been placed to coordinate. Just looks gorgeous.
Right. There's several of them. I think they were actually cut in half.
Yeah, I would
to go
assume.
on both sides of it, and then placed over mocha ripple. I think
Right.
It's mocha ripple.
And using the design tool kit number 3 to create that very pretty piece. There it is. This is the label. So that's going to do that for you.
And that was matted just on white cardstock and placed over tan suede.
Right. And then the corner treatments are also part of the matchets. So those are in there.
Some more of the stickers, you actually stick them, they are stuck on the artwork for them.
Okay.
In place.
So beautifully done on the inside. More of the mocha, more of the dazzles, and some stamping with looks like just a little greeting.
Just a little greeting stamp set. There's lots of tiny little greetings on it.
If you haven't seen that stamp set, here's what it looks like. And I recently had someone look at this and they go, well, why would I ever need something that tiny? Well, dear, this is how you would need something that tiny.
You can fit it in small places. You've got this large focal and not always room for a big stamped greeting, and so you can just fit it on a tab.
Very, very nice. Scrapbookers, you know that we want to give you something, and you might be thinking, well, how could any of this pertain to me? Well, here we have.
There it is. This is the Snowdrop Fairy.
Let's see. Let's bring her in. Isn't she lovely?
And she makes a beautiful additional focal. Obviously, the focal is the photos,
right?
But it's just a nice addition.
And that's again with the circles and scallops cutting die. And over here we have another of the laser. This is
the laser cut wreath.
Right here. So this has been cut apart and used in a couple of areas, both up in the left corner and as you saw on the right. And then this is another of the flower fairies.
The little stickers set over the artwork, and that's very pretty on top of that bow. And then here's one of a piece of that wreath sticking out here.
Right. And again, that's part of the fairies and
the corner treatment.
And adding some of the
jewel border dazzles.
But just a really tender look.
It is beautiful, and they look so nice on this Stolen Moments paper pack.
It does.
It's a vintagey look. Very beautiful.
Very nice. Okay, and I guess that's something else with the fairies is that the colors seem very soft. So they're going to go, I think, with a lot of things. So even though this is primarily card making, please, scrapbookers, don't think that that leaves you out, because this kind of artwork you're not going to find in the scrapbooking world.
There are all kinds of card techniques that you can just apply to a scrapbook page. They can be intermatched.
Then we have one more matchet kit. Do you want to show that one?
Right. The matchet stickers and card layers that you see here. And that comes with the artwork for these candles. And
this has a couple of things.
Stickers that go on top of it. So the artwork is on the back. Here's the artwork. Here are the stickers with the pine cones and fir. And then on the inside, it comes with these card layers.
Right.
So you can pop these out individually. These are the laser cut layers, and here's some extra pieces like a label, and so you can make a couple of different cards at least.
Right, and here is, well, I guess the other thing that's nice about this is it does give you some ideas on the packaging,
Right.
so that's helpful. We've done something a little different, you know, what a giant surprise. But here is that large piece. It's nice because it's also filigreed on the edge, and did a little bit of inking and chalking.
It's got a natural border.
And then so I think this is fun, is that this is a circle motif, and to put something on top of it and yet hanging out of it.
Right, so it's circling the haloed part of those candles.
It's kind of an extra halo behind the candle halo. So we've added some dazzles, because why wouldn't we?
And this is our Christmas Sweets paper pack again.
Right. Now, there is something similar to this one, and as the card layers, where you get 3, it just doesn't have that decorative edge, and it's that you get 3 of this one, whereas in this package you get 3 different ones. So that's just another way it can go. So I hope you can see why we were so excited by having Time Out Holland and bringing some of their exquisite new items to us.
So take a time out and check it all out and see what you can do with it.
Right.